a very good day to you. So, retiring in Cambodia compared to the Philippines, compared to Thailand, there's quite a few videos I've made related to this. But one main factor, if not the most important factor, is the cost. Now, you are retired, you're over 55 years old, it's really easy to get a visa. It's just a matter of, you could say, just under $300 or even $200 if you do it by yourself. I am going to base this on the city where I'm living, which is Siem Reap in Cambodia. Now, rent, first of all, I'm basing this on one person, okay? One person living alone, not a couple, and I'm just trying to do this in a way that makes more sense per day. So you can rent a pretty nice apartment, not directly in the city center, but in an area which would have everything for, like, say, $300 per month. Now, per day, that's going to equal on a 30-day month, $10 a day. That's your rent. The electric is a big expense, and just out of experience, just say it's about $100. That's with your air conditioning on most of the time, about 25 degrees Celsius. It's going to be more expensive in the summer, but let's say that is just like, it's $100 per month, so divide that by 3, you're looking at $3 to $5. Next one, we can go on the list, food and drink. Now, if you eat out for morning, breakfast and lunch, you can possibly do this for about $2.50 or less, or a little bit more for a substantial meal. And there's so many little restaurants that you can find. One that I used to go to quite a lot would be Little Cafe. And including your drink, let's say the food is $2.50, which will fill you up, and a bottle of water is going to cost you $3.50 a meal. So you're looking at around about $12, let's say $15 per day for your food. Something free for you, your TV and your Wi-Fi in your apartment would usually be free. Now, before you go to before you put on your deposit, you can check the speed of your Wi-Fi. If it's above 20, 25, 30, then that's fine. And you're going to get all the cable channels, and that's going to be free of charge. And it's usually, not always, but usually incurred in the rent. Your mobile phone is the next one, and you can get a pretty good package. I pay $6 per month for 60 gigabytes of data, 150 minutes worth of call, etc. on my mobile phone. If you are in the city, the speed is actually quite good. It goes around about 150 Mbps, but there's no 5G at the moment. You're not missing much, to be really honest with you. Going out, if you go out every night, you want 5 beers and you're just paying for yourself, well, that can cost you $5 per day. Transportation. Now, if you live in the city centre, you don't actually need a motorbike. Maybe you could buy a bicycle, and then it's the service of the bicycle which is going to be pittance. So you could say, if you have a bicycle, then bam. And a lot of apartments do have the bicycle for you to use free of charge. So it can cost you hardly anything. But you would need a tuk-tuk, for example, to go to the supermarket, and that may cost you $1, $2, $3, $4, depending on the location of you and depending on the location of the supermarket you want to go to. So that would be like the weekly shop. Groceries for us. Well, for my girlfriend and I, per week, and 2 cats, is about $200. That you say, oh my God, that's so expensive. But remember, if you're alone and you eat out every single day, your groceries are just going to be the stock of your fridge. So some cans of Coca-Cola, some snacks, maybe some cereal, maybe milk, maybe coffee. So what could you say? Maybe $5 a day? We can add on to that one. And visa costs. Well, your visa is going to cost if you're over 55, retirement visa in Siem Reap is $290. You can get it cheaper if you go to the capital, Phnom Penh. And I think there, if you go directly without an agent, it's going to cost you $190. But if you're living away from the capital in different cities, then I would say $290, which equals just less than $1 per day. Insurance is always a tricky one. Now, I can't really help you with this one because I have an insurance policy which is over 35 years old and I've never used it. But it is applicable to the top hospital here called Royal Thai Hospital, I do believe. The only one I can actually do with this one is a friend of mine who pays about $1,000 per year. So divide that per month is... divide that by 12, you're going to work out your budget there. But do get the insurance because you have the next one, which is the unknown. Yeah. Let's say you have a fever or you get bitten by a dog. You have to go to the hospital, and this is something that you would save extra for. So how much would all this add up to? Comfortably about $1,500. I know you can get it a lot cheaper if you have the money there. So again, we go to that $2,000 mark, which is going to cover you with your unknown and maybe a vacation or two in Thailand, or if you want to buy something like Apple TV or a mobile phone, something new, that will incorporate the costs. Unless you want to live by a hermit and you're happy with absolutely everything, you don't want to go out, you just like being in the apartment, you like the view, you like the weather, etc., then you can do it a lot cheaper. I'm just doing it for an average person with a relatively comfortable lifestyle with that. So if you have that $2,000 per month, which is how much per day, I really can't work it out at the moment. So you could say on average, what, $50, $60 per day, and you can live very comfortably indeed. I would suggest a little bit more related to the unknown. We can't predict the future, but we can protect ourselves from the future, etc., etc. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is this too expensive? Is this incredibly cheap? Can you get cheaper in other countries? I had some comments before that I can get my groceries per month in England for £190, which is like, wow, okay. Some things here in Cambodia, yeah, are ridiculously expensive, like electricity. If you live in an apartment, it's 25 cents per kilowatt. If you live in your own house, then it's 20 or even less than that per kilowatt. If you want a car, the actual car is like really expensive. You're talking an extra 50% of the price of the car, let's say in Thailand or even in the UK. I don't know about the service of it, so the cheaper alternative is to get a motorbike, which most people do. If it's under 125, in other words, a 124cc, which is the most standard motor scooter you can get here, you don't need a driving license with that, but do drive rather carefully with that. So this is the cost per living per day. It may be wrong in your opinion, it may be right. I'm just giving you the experience of being here ever since 2015. God bless to all. Have a happy day. Hope you found it very useful. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.